Escaping poverty might sound like an impossible task, but what if I told you that it all comes down to just 7 simple sacrifices? I spent 80 hours of research and found there are 7 things that most successful people like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg sacrificed on their journey to financial freedom. These are not just random things, they are basic changes that have proven results. By copying the behavior of successful people and making those sacrifices too, you will not just be able to escape poverty, but also increase your chances of being one of those rich guys. I'm Barack from the Coin Compass, and I promise you that watching this video till the end can change your life forever. The first sacrifice is something not many people love to hear. It's mediocrity, which means living an average life like everyone else. Albert Einstein has a famous saying, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." If you expect to escape poverty, you can't live and do the same as many broke people. Think about it. The world doesn't reward people who are just okay. It rewards people who stand out. Let's take Elon Musk as an example. Do you think Tesla became such a giant because Elon was satisfied with building an average electric car? No way. He wasn't aiming for good enough. He wanted excellence. His goal wasn't just to create a car, it was to redefine transportation, try something new, and make the world think differently. That's the opposite of mediocrity. But here's the thing, to escape poverty, you don't have to build rockets and electric cars like Elon Musk. You only need to refuse to settle. Don't aim for good enough because it feels safe. It's actually a trap that limits your growth and keeps you stuck exactly where you are. Do you think being an entrepreneur who takes risks like Elon Musk is safer than living an average life? Write in the comments your opinion. Okay. So now that you have just kicked mediocrity out of your life, you will never live in poverty, right? But what about your fancy clothes and expensive vacations? I know, we all dream of relaxing on a tropical beach and driving expensive cars. However, I found in my research that most successful people actually sacrifice vacations and comfort to reach their goals. Instead of traveling around the world and living beyond their means, those people worked hard in the early days of success, saving every penny and reinvesting their time and money into their goals. The perfect example of someone who made this sacrifice is Jeff Bezos. Did you know that when he started working on Amazon, he ran the entire company out of his garage? And that's not all. He was famously known for driving an old beat-up Honda Accord long after Amazon became a multi-million-dollar company. Jeff didn't care about expensive vacations and comfort. He was determined to achieve his goals and focused just on that. So yeah, if you want to change your financial future, you must be willing to downsize your lifestyle for the short term. But what if I told you there's another thing that drags you down straight into poverty? This is one of the most dangerous things you must sacrifice right now if you don't want to end up broke. Let's be real. Drugs and alcohol might feel like a quick escape from stress or frustration, but they're actually one of the biggest obstacles to escaping poverty. The reason for that is pretty simple. Drugs and alcohol cloud your judgment, drain your energy, and waste your money. I want to talk about someone who made this sacrifice and said goodbye to poverty for the rest of his life. I am talking about Mark Zuckerberg. When Mark was building Facebook in his college room, he wasn't out partying every weekend. While others were getting drunk and wasting time, he was coding, testing ideas, and planning the future of social media. It's not that Mark didn't have the option to party, he was a college student, but he knew that chasing temporary highs would only hold him back from the incredible things he wanted to build. There's no doubt we can all learn from Mark's dedication, and we have to sacrifice drugs and alcohol to escape poverty. You have already made 3 critical sacrifices to escape poverty, but I warn you that the next thing is hard to make, and if you sacrifice it, your life will become better in every aspect. The thing is, not everyone in your life is meant to be a part of your journey to success. Some relationships can lift you higher, while others can hold you back like heavy weights. To escape poverty, you have to make one of the hardest sacrifices of all, letting go of relationships that harm your growth. My research showed me that most successful people surround themselves only with people who share the same values and contribute to their lives. I am sure that everyone, including you, has experienced a harmful relationship that drains their energy, turns off their motivation, or keeps them stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. So, there's no way to get around it. You must cut those bad relationships if you want to fulfill your real potential instead of living in poverty. Sacrificing harmful relationships is hard, but that's not all. There's still something you need to solve within yourself if you really want to escape poverty. I'm talking about sacrificing excuses and taking responsibility for your life. I know it's tough to hear, but I learned from my research about successful people that your life will not change until you take full responsibility for it. That means letting go of excuses and focusing on what you can control. You see, there will always be challenges and unfair situations, but blaming those things will not pay the bills, and for sure will not make you rich. Let's talk about Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world. Did you know that Buffett wasn't born into extreme wealth? Sure, he had a nice start, but he didn't sit around blaming the situation or waiting for the perfect opportunity. Instead, he took action, investing in himself, reading every book on finance he could find, and starting small with his first investment at age 11. He didn't complain that he started late or didn't have enough money to invest. He focused on what he could do, and he did it consistently. To escape poverty, you have to copy the same mindset. Start looking for solutions instead of excuses, no matter how small. Okay guys, we only have 2 sacrifices left, so pay close attention to the next one, because this can be the biggest trap keeping you in poverty. Having the right mindset to escape poverty is awesome, but if you don't act and get out of your comfort zone, you will end up doing the same things day after day, in your safe little bubble. I learned from my research that comfort zone can be an extremely dangerous thing, because if your current comfort zone hasn't made you rich, do you think staying there will ever change that? Nobody knows this better than J.K. Rowling, the legendary author of the Harry Potter series. Before Rowling became one of the most successful authors in history, she was a struggling single mother living on government benefits. She could have stayed in her comfort zone, telling herself it was too late, too hard, or too risky to chase her dream of writing a book, but she didn't. Instead, she sacrificed comfort by pouring her time and energy into her story, writing in cafes while her baby slept. Rejection after rejection from publishers didn't stop her because she knew growth comes from persistence. So whether it's acquiring a new skill, leaving your job, or changing your life habits, sacrificing your comfort zone is a must to escape poverty. Congratulations, you have sacrificed 6 out of 7 things on your way to escape poverty, but the last sacrifice is actually the most important one. There's only one thing you can never get back, and that is time. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor, everyone has the same 24 hours every day, therefore spending those hours wisely is going to determine whether you will live in poverty or become rich. Warren Buffett said something smart about it. The more you learn, the more you earn. Warren really meant this quote and lived it. Did you know that he spends 80% of his day reading and learning? He believes that knowledge compounds, just like money. I guess that you, like many other people, love to play video games and watch Netflix. And the truth is, me too. But if you want to escape poverty, you must follow Warren Buffett and many other successful people who master their time and spend it on self-development. I'm not saying you should stop spending time on your hobbies, but pay attention to the amount of time you invest in things that will not develop you. Subscribe to the Coin Compass if you like this video. And what if I told you that Robert Kiyosaki, the writer of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has financial advice that could literally change your life? Watch this video next because you don't want to miss it.